this fight between Law, Don Flamingo, and Luffy is just getting absolutely incredible. Like, yo, limbs are flying in this chapter, and I mean limbs are flying. Oda went there and just showed some decapitation in this chapter right now of One Piece. It was just like, what the fuck is like going on? And we see, like, you know, we're back to, you know, current time and stuff. We see that Law is still fighting with Don Flamingo, and he's like there, like cutting parts of the castle off and everything like that, of the palace, and he's just going in. It's like, even Don Flamingo had to use like a spiderweb ability just to even dodge it, and it's like saying, you know, why are you so like set up on grudge and, you know, revenge and, you know, or what happened? It's like, if you really wanted to kill me, you could have just sent Kaido on me. And I was like, okay, this shows one thing. If Don Flamingo is like saying, you know, this guy is beyond, this show is like the difference between a Yonko or one of the warlords themselves and Don Flamingo, and that just terrifies me. It's like saying, you know, Luffy was actually gonna go fight this guy next after this. Like, how the hell are you even gonna do it? You've got Big Mom on your ass right now, and you still like trying to fight Don Flamingo. It's like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, Luffy is like, he's not thought this through whatsoever. He's like trying to fight one of the warlords. He's trying to fight another with Big Mom, and he's like already declared war on her. It's like, he's setting way too fucking much up, and it's like, you're struggling right now against Don Flamingo. So I honestly am surprised to see like what the hell is going to happen right now in the rest of One Piece, because Jesus Christ. But I'm not gonna lie, when freaking Don Flamingo grabbed Law and he just got that string and just made his like leg into like a freaking saw, and he just like went down and did like a guillotine drop on like Law's arm, and he's just cut off, and I was like, oh my fucking god, he's there screaming in agony, just like going, like that. It's like his arm is just there, like literally on the other side, like, it's like completely cut off, and it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure Law will be able to like reattach his arm somewhere using his Devil Fruit ability, since we've seen him like do the impossible pretty much with Luffy. I mean, Luffy had like a hole through his chest, and yet he was still able to survive. So it makes me wonder if Law's gonna have to immediately pull that out, because I'm saying like he's got quite an issue right now when literally Don Flamingo was pulling the gun out on him, and it's like, Law, you better do something right now because you seem really fucked up. And then I was like, the whole like chapter was like saying, okay, we've got Luffy versus Bellamy right now. It's like, I honestly really forgot about Bellamy for a while, because like he hasn't been a real focus, or actually no one's really been paying attention to him like at all throughout this whole arc, and even during this little fight as well. So I completely forgot that even Luffy and him were having a fight. And when we saw it in there, and it's like saw a little flashback between Don Flamingo and Bellamy, and it showed that, you know, oh, he's like idolized him, saying like, oh yeah, you know, I want to work for a pirate like you, I want to be like that. And it's like, he's like, all right, and you can sail under my flags and all that, but just don't you fuck up, because I'm having that straight back. And it just shows like he just wanted, like, in the end, like, Bellamy, he's still a little bit of the scumbag, but it just shows, you know, he just wanted to get up there. He wanted to be, you know, sort of one of the big dogs, and, you know, he got absolutely wasted. Like, look what he did. He's not even as strong as, like, some of, like, Don Flamingo's, like, crew. And it's like, come on, like, I do respect, though, he's, like, still sticking to his guns. He don't want to say, like, oh, like, you know, just help me and all that. He has his pride in the end of the day, and he's like using his springs everywhere, like bouncing around. He's saying, this will be my final fight. And it's like, yeah, this is kind of like building it up and all that, because I've never once actually, at this instance, this arc and instance of pre-time skip as well, I've never cared about Bellamy at all, but I was kind of getting really interested throughout this chapter to see more of what he was going to do. I've really actually started getting into this chapter, and then of course, as always, the chapter ends, and I'm like, fuck, I want another chapter. Like, give me another one. I was like, why can't we have like 2 chapters a week, Oda? That would be amazing. You know, like, that would be absolutely like fantastic. But from that, yeah, this is a pretty fucking awesome chapter. We saw, you know, Law's arm, the fight still continuing. Had that bit with Bellamy and his little development with the flashback and stuff. And, you know, other than that, it was just awesome just seeing like that. And now we're going to have, you know, the continuation with the fight between Bellamy and Luffy. And it's just like, yo, let's fucking go. I want to see a little bit more of One Piece. But other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10 this week, but that's all for me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.